warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello ladies and gentlemen, how are you? I hope you are fine and stay safe wherever you are. Well, let me to introduce myself. My name is Asmaul Husna. I'm a student of English Linguistic Study Program Postgraduate School of the University of Medan. In this opportunity, I would like to deliver my oral presentation in the 5th Annual International Seminar on Informative Education and Educational Leadership, Education Innovation in Globalization Countries 2020. Okay, here my title presentation is the Flouting Maxim expressed by the characters in Zakeut edition of Eumpang 2016. Okay, here we go.
The Flouting Maxim expressed by the characters in Zakeut edition of Eumpang Breuh movie 2016. Background of the study. As social being, people need to interact with each other by using communication. To make a good conversation, people need to work together by following the cooperative principle. It is not only can be seen in real life, but this is also depicted in movie. Cutting 2002 state that when the speaker do not follow the maxim but expect the hearer to appreciate the meaning implied is called Flouting Maxim. The type of Flouting Maxim are quality, quantity, relevant, and manner. In here, some previous research. The first one is Harhab 2017 found that the most maxim Flouting was maxim manner, which was followed by affirmative side in TV One's debate and the negative side in Metro TV forums Indonesia. The maxim of manner were followed by the speaker by giving long, unclear, and wordy answer in their utterance in response to the question that were being asked. The second one is Kinasi and Agnes 2013 found that were the most of maxim that is followed by the main characters in the art of getting by Guavian vision movie frequently is the Flouting Maxim relation, while the lowest of maxim that is followed is quality maxim. Both of these previous study above found the different most dominant type of Flouting Maxim theory proposed by Cutting 2002. Preliminary data. This is taken from Zakeut edition of Eumpang Breuh movie 2016. Here Yusniar and Bang Talib while doing conversation. Yusniar, punyan Bang, what is it, brother? Bang Talib, Hana, lon ya ulumo Haji Uma. Nothing, I just want to see Haji Uma's cow. The excerpt above showed that Bang Talib flowed the maxim of quality. The dialogue happened when Bang Joni is sketching out. Bang Talib looked at her wife, Yusniar himself. The incident made a row between Bang Joni and Bang Talib. So Bang Talib said answering to Yusniar's question. The reason for this utterances is to hide what actually he did. Therefore, he gave that untrue information. Review of literature. There are 4 types of Flouting Maxim that proposed by Cutting 2002. The first one is the Flouting Maxim of quality. The speaker has to provide the information is not accordance with the fact. The second one is the Flouting Maxim of quantity. A speaker float the maxim of quantity where the contribution is not informative as required or more informative than is required. The third one is Flouting Maxim of relevant. In this case, the Flouting Maxim of relevant refers to when the speaker are making response which is very obvious irrelevant to the topic being discussed arise when the speaker deviate from the particular topic being asked and discussed. The last one is the Flouting Maxim of manner. A speaker float maxim of manner when the utterances become ambiguous or obscure. They may say something not briefly or orderly. Methodology. This research conducted by Qualitative Design and the source of this research were taken from Zakeut edition of Eumpang Breuh movie, and the technique of data collection was documentary technique. Instrument of data collection were the VCD player, video recorder, and gadget or computer. Result and discussion. All the type of Flouting Maxim proposed by Cutting 2002 found in this research. The table above clarified clearly types of floating maxim expressed by the characters in Zakeut edition of Eumpang Breuh movie. The most dominant type of the floating maxim was maxim of quantity, about 45 times found, and the lowest one is relevant, about 18 times found. And this research has found the different findings from the previous research. The first one is Harhab 2002 that found the most maxim floating was maxim of manner, and Kinasi and Agnes 2013 found that were the most floating maxim was relevant or relation. So, after analyzing the data, the conclusion can be stated there are 4 types of floating maxim found in Zakeut edition of Eumpang Breuh movie. It held on 23rd of March 2016. Those are floating maxim of quantity, floating maxim of quality, floating maxim of relevant, and floating maxim of manner. The most dominant floating maxim is floating maxim of quantity, which was floated by characters in the movie. In this case, the characters mainly float the maxim of quantity influenced by the Chinese culture background, which they often too long-winded while doing the conversation. Okay, that's all my presentation. Thank you very much for your attention and for watching the video.